Hi guys, welcome back. Today I got tons of stuff going. I'm really excited to do all the things I'm going to upload today, or at least get them videoed. I'm actually out of my habanero powder, so I've got 2 pounds of habaneros there. They cost me $4.99 a pound, and I got them rinsed. And I'm just going to cut these up. Because they're so thin-walled, you just really just cut them in half. And so I'm cutting these in half. They're going to go on the dehydrator. I'm also dehydrating more jalapenos. So I'll fill the dehydrator with habaneros and jalapenos. The jalapenos were 50 cents a pound. That's so cheap. So I bought 9 pounds of jalapenos. This habanero is no good. So 9 pounds of jalapenos, but what I'm going to do with part of them is I'm going to actually put some of them on the cedar plank and smoke them. I'm going to see how that does after they're dehydrated, what that smoky flavor lends to them. So it'll be interesting. And then I've got some plank video that I'm going to do, so that'll be fun. And I'm also got, I'm going to make a big pot of spaghetti sauce to can later in the week after all the spices have married. I'll can it probably Wednesday, and it's Sunday right now, just because I like to let the spices and everything get all happy together, and and then we're going to have a couple meals too. So I did, so I've got, and I'm going to let that simmer all day, so I'll run out of time. So these peppers can go over here. They don't have as strong a smell as like a jalapeno or even a red bell or a green bell pepper, but boy, they're sure wicked. If you're not careful, you could hurt yourself. I do all my peppers are done outside, so you're not breathing in the fumes. And I mean, I like the smell of it, but I don't want my house to smell like that necessarily. So all the fumey type things will go outside. So anyway, this is habaneros have a different heat. It's at the back of your tongue. Like my habanero jelly, it's delicious. If you haven't tried it, I urge you to go back and watch my video on it. I do a habanero mango and a habanero apricot. They're very, very similar. It'd be hard to tell them apart in reality. I'm back. So I have 2 trays full of habaneros. So that was 2 pounds. I got this part of the jalapenos rinsed really well, and I slice mine. I know Tom over at Tom's Test Kitchen, TDJTX is his channel. He did dehydrated jalapenos to do powder, and he cut them in half, and for some reason, even sliced, Tom, you're going to find out that they take quite a while. It's like they have a lot of water, but it takes a while for a pepper of any kind to let go of it for some reason. I'm not quite sure why. Anyhow, so I'm slicing these up, and as he found out, the flavor is really intense. It's fresh. It's just like the garlic powder. I mean, you can't compare them. Once you try one of these fresh herbs, or when you do it yourself, it's all condensed down. It's delicious. The same with fruit. The flavors get really condensed in there. I do a lot of fruit, and I always, when I open the dehydrator, grab a piece of whatever that's there, and have a snack. And not too long ago, I did about 11 trays of jalapenos, and I don't know what possessed me, but I popped one of those bad boys in my mouth, and I thought I was going to cry. It hurt so bad. And I actually ended up, I drank about a half a gallon of milk, I think, and I had to hold sour cream in my mouth for about 20 minutes, it seemed like. Anyway, not a good idea. All the oils and everything are right there. You definitely want to wear gloves if you're handling peppers like this, especially in large quantities. You know, I can cheat if I'm only doing a couple, but I've had bad experiences with peppers. And these you can smell, they're really fresh, and their aroma is fabulous. So these are going to be great. Going to make great jalapeno powder. Part of them, like I said, I'm going to try smoking them on the plank later, and those will probably go in a different batch on the dehydrator. Last jalapeno going down. I've got 11 trays full, and it took a little bit of time to get this all cut up, but it'll be worth it in the end. And the nice thing is, I don't have to grind it all at once. I mean, you really don't. So these were the only ones I have left, which is a perfect amount. That's what I had in mind, to do the cedar planking and smoke them up a little bit, and then dehydrate them on the next round of dehydrating. Because this one is full, and boy, oh boy, smells like jalapeno peppers in here. Whew. So I'm going to go put this out on the grill, and for about, what, $4.59, I believe. I got all these jalapeno peppers to grind up, and Tom said in Texas they call that Texas gunpowder, and it's over $5 for half an ounce of this. So I sell it, and I probably sell it too cheap, but I also give it away as gifts, because it lasts. Usually it'll last all year, because people don't use it in every single dish. Although I would love it if they did. Peppers are really healthy for you. So I'm going to go get this on the outside and get it going, and I'll be back. I'll bring you back on this one when I'm grinding. Okay? All right, YouTube. I got the spice grinder, but I found it's just as good to use my Bella Kitchen. It works just as good as the spice grinder, and I can do more at a time. So I'm not going to make you listen to all of it, just to that first wazzo. Oh, it helps if you plug it in. And I am wearing gloves because they still have essential oils on the outside. Even though they're dried, I do not trust a pepper. So as you can see, that makes really quick work of it. I'll bring you back when I've got all these done up, and I'll show you how much 2 pounds of habanero peppers did. Okay, so this is how much habanero powder I got. Isn't that pretty? That's 2 trays or 2 pounds of habaneros, all dehydrated and turned into a powder. An amazing spice to use. It takes so little, and it's so delicious. So I'm going to move on to the jalapeno powder, because all I've got left is what's in this jar here. So, my nose is running. The peppers, kind of get in the air and made me sneeze. Anyway, so I do the same thing with the jalapenos. This is 10 trays of jalapenos. Or no, 8 trays, sorry. 8 trays, 9 pounds. That's what 9 pounds looks like once it's all dehydrated. Water takes up a lot of space. So I just get it about that full. That's about a manageable amount to do up on the thing at a time. And literally, this whole project, doing this part of it, is only going to take me a total of about 10 minutes. So from habanero to the end of these. I got to get all these dehydrator trays cleaned up. I have beef jerky marinating in sweet hot chili sauce. So we're going to see how that comes out. And there you have it. Not quite a quart of jalapeno powder. and not quite a pint of, well, less than half a pint of the habanero powder. But in relation to how much you would use, that's about right. Anyways, hope this inspires somebody to make their own spices. It's so easy and inexpensive when you get these things on sale. Like the jalapenos, 50 cents a pound. That's 9 pounds of jalapenos, plus a little bit that was left from the last batch. So it costs pennies, really. I'm going to package these up in little envelopes. When I make up the first basket, I will show you how I do it. And these will go for Christmas gifts, so I hope it inspires you to step outside your little box and try something new. Try something old. Share it with a friend. All right, YouTube. See you later.